Alright, good morning class. Today I brought for you a brand new topic after trigonometry, which we discussed last classes. This time around we have area and perimeters of plane shapes. Under this area and perimeter of plane shapes, we are going to look at square, area and perimeter of square, rectangle, cycle and triangles under this very class. So let's see how we can find the area and perimeter of these shapes one by one. Just like I promised, we are going to talk about the areas and perimeters of these plane shapes one by one. So the first one I have is just a square, as we see on the board. Square has equal sides, as you all know. Since it has equal sides, meaning the first line, the second, third and the fourth lines are all equal. So with this we can have the area of this shape as A equals to length times length, which the area will be equal to L square, and the SI unit is meter square. So this is the area of the square. Next I have is the perimeter. The perimeter of the square is just P equals to the first length plus the second length plus the third length plus the fourth length. Therefore perimeter will be equals to 4 length, and the SI unit is meter. So that's what we have as the formulas. If you want to calculate the area of a square, we are going to use this formula. If you want to calculate the perimeter of the square, we are going to use this very formula. So let's see how we can solve one example. Two highest. Thank you. Looking at the board here, we have first example which says calculate the area and perimeter of the following shapes. Following shapes. The first one is this, which has length 2 centimeters. Like I previously said, square has equal length. Whatever here is, it will be here, here, and here. Regardless to the size or the length. Once this line and this line and this line exist in the both sides of the sides, so definitely the lengths are equal. So this one is also a square because the lengths are equal everywhere. Being it single line or double line, all of them signifies and make the shape to be a square. So let's find the area first. For the area of the first shape is the length equals to 2 centimeters, as we've seen. Therefore the area will be equals to length square, which gives you 2 square, and 2 square means 2 times 2, which gives you 4 centimeter square. So this is the area. Now the perimeter is P equals to 4L, which gives you 4 times L, and the L I told you is just 2 centimeters, which gives you times 2, which gives you what, 8 centimeters. And this time around you don't have to put square under the centimeter or over the centimeter. So the second shape has length to be 2 whole number 1/3, which gives you 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7 all over 3 centimeters. That is the length. Therefore, area will be equals to L square, which gives you 7/3 square. And this 7/3 square means 7/3 times 7/3. And this is equal to 7 times 7 is 49. 3 times 3 is 9 square, or centimeter square. So this is the area. While the perimeter is P equals to 4L, which gives you 4 times 7/3, and this is equals to 4 times 7 1 times 3, which is 3. So automatically we have 4 times 7 is 28 divided by 3. So what we have is 28 divided by 3. You either leave it in fractions or you put it into mixed numbers, mixed fractions. But advisably, just leave it this way. So we finished solving this. This is the first shape has area to be 4 centimeters square, and the perimeter is 8 centimeters. The second shape has area as 49 over 9 centimeters square, and the perimeter is just 28 over 3 centimeters. So this is the first example. If you have any question, you are free to ask. Please don't let it go. Whenever you have a confusion, whenever you have a problem, please try as much as possible to ask questions on them so that we can explain more and more. Let's see how we can find one or two examples again. We're into second example, and the second example says calculate the length of a square when its area is 49 centimeters square. So this time around you are not given diagram, so you are going to solve it just the way it is. So after writing solution, you find out that the length is question mark. The area given to you is 49 centimeters square. So what you're going to have here to find the length is to take the area of the square, which equals to L square. Now substitute. When you substitute, you are going to take 49 and put here 49 equals to L square. That means you can rotate it and say L square equals to 49. Now to find this L, because this is L square, and L square is not equal to L. L square and L are not the same. So we are looking for L, not L square. That means we have to cancel this square. For you to cancel this square, you are to share or taking the square root of both sides. Taking the square root of both sides. What we have is L square, take square root equals to 49, take square root. Therefore, square, cancel the square root, you left it L equals to square root of 49 is 7 centimeters. Therefore, the length of the square is just 7 centimeters. We just finished explaining the square. We are now on to rectangle. And the rectangle too has area and it has perimeter, just like the previous item, which is a square. So the area of rectangle, though rectangle has two equal sides, which is opposite sides are equal. So this line and this line are opposite and parallel, they are equal. While this line and this line, they are also equal. This and this are not equal, this and this are not equal, but this and this are equal, this line and this line are equal. So they have an area, and the area is A equals to length times breadth. This short line, we call it a breadth. In some textbook, it is called a width. And the longest line is called a length. It is length everywhere. But this one has some little differences in other textbook. It is breadth, and in another textbook, it is just a width. So what we have is just area to be equals to length times breadth. Therefore, A equals to L times B. L stands for length, B stands for breadth. Automatically, the area of rectangle is always length times breadth, which is LB. The perimeter of the rectangle is the length plus breadth plus another length plus another breadth. So if you have length plus B plus B, you see P equals to, P stands for perimeter, L plus B plus B. You see L plus L is 2 L's, B plus B is 2 B's. So what you have, since L and B have something in common, which is 2, then you can factorize out the 2. So what we have is P to be equals to 2 bracket L plus B. This 2 is for all of them. In case you want to check your answers, you try to expand this bracket by saying 2 times L is 2L, 2 times B is just 2B. You see, there is no differences. So you either take P to be equals to 2L plus 2B, or you take P to be equals to 2 bracket L plus B. So these are the expressions or the formulas somebody can use to calculate the area and the perimeter of rectangle. Let's see how we can find some examples just for you. Stay focused and stay with me, you are my friends. Thank you. Just like I promised, we're going to have 1, 2, or 3 examples under this very rectangle. So what we have for the first one is that given the shape below, the shape is just this. We have 2 centimeters in the breadth, we have 4 centimeters in the length. We're asked to calculate A, the area, B, the perimeter. Simple. After writing solution, we now take our length to be 4 centimeters, as you're seeing. Your breadth is 2 centimeters. Now, first of all, is area. We're asked to find the area. So the area is A equals to length times breadth. This is equals, the length is 4 times the breadth is 2. So what we have is 8 centimeters square. That is the area of that very shape. Now, the second question B said we should find the perimeter, and I told you the perimeter P equals to 4L, and this is equals to 4 times the L. The perimeter P equals to 2 bracket L plus B. Now what we have is 2 bracket, my L is 4, my B is 2. So what we're gonna have is just 2 brackets. 4 plus 2 is just 6. Now bracket means multiplication, that is 2 times 6, and 2 times 6 will be equals to 12 centimeters, which gives you 12 centimeters. And I told you perimeter, the unit of perimeter has no square, so what we have is just 12 centimeters. So the B is this, which is 2 bracket L plus B. We have 2 bracket 4 plus 2, L is 4, B is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 times 2 making 12 as the perimeter. The area is length times breadth, which 4 stands for length, B stands for 2. Therefore 4 times 2 making 8 centimeters square, and it is an area. Area has a square in its unit. So this is all we have for this very example. Let's move on and see how we can get one more example before moving down to the next part of today's class. But the second example I have here says the length of a rectangle is 4 times the breadth. Full stop. If the area of the rectangle is 60 centimeters, calculate the breadth of the rectangle. Full stop. Hence, find the perimeter of that very rectangle also. So this is it. For you to solve this, you have to write solution. Hope you understand. So the breadth is B. The breadth is just B. Hope you understand. While the length is 4 times the breadth. 4 times the breadth means 4 times the B, which gives you 4B. That is the length. So they said we should find the breadth, that is the value of B, if the area is 60 centimeters. Therefore, A equals to 60 centimeters square. So for us to get this done, we have to use the formula of the area, which says A equals to, since it is area we are given, we are going to use the formula for area to get the B. If it is perimeter we are given, we are going to use the formula for perimeter to get the B. So fortunately enough, we are given the values of the area. So what we have is A equals to LB. Now what we have, we have to substitute the A, B and the breadth, the L and the breadth. So what we have is A equals to 60, now equals to what? The value of L is 4B. You understand? Then times the other B, which is this one, which is the value of B. Now next is just this, 60 equals to 4B times B is 4B square. Now divide both sides by 4 to get your B. Now 4 here, 1. What we have is B square equals to 60 divided by 4 is 15. For us to get our B, we share square root for both sides. Now this goes with this. We have B to be equals to square root of 15. Square root of 15. You either check it from the calculator, or you check it from 10 is 3.87. So the value of B is 3.87 centimeters. That is the value of the breadth. Now they said hence we are to find the perimeter of the shape. Perimeter is P, which equals to 2 bracket length plus breadth. Now my perimeter will be equal to 2 bracket, my length is 4B, which is 4 times, or 4B, then plus another B. Now my perimeter P equals to 2 bracket 4b plus b is 5b. What we are going to have here is p equals to 2 brackets 5 times my b is 3.887 close bracket. So we have p to be equals to 2 brackets the 3.87 times 5 equals to 19.36. Now my p finally equals to 19.36 times 2. What we have is 38.73 centimeters. You see, this is how you can get the perimeter of the shape. The perimeter of the rectangle is always p equals to 2 bracket l plus b, and my l is initially 4 times the breadth, which is 4b, that is my l, then plus b. What we have is 4b plus b equals to 5b. We remove b and put 3.87 as the value of the breadth. So what we have is p equals to 2 bracket 5 times 3.87. That what we have is p equals to 2 bracket 5 times 3.87 is just 19.36. So removing bracket means to multiply by 2. What we have finally is p equals to 38.73 centimeters. So let